Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Um, as I was looking through my various articles, um, among the most popular are those where I write about outsiders. I wrote one called The Recluse Option that had 150,000 views, even though it's just on Psychology Today. Um, People who are disliked, one called The Disliked Person. There are people who are not hated, just not particularly liked. Um, so I thought I would do a little riffing about that. We proclaim to be tolerant of diversity, indeed celebrate diversity, and yet people who quite benignly are different from the average um, get disliked. Most obviously, it's about looks. If you're not traditionally handsome, if you're bald, if you are overweight, if you are just don't have a traditionally symmetrical face or a hook nose or whatever, you're going to pay a big price, male or female, straight or gay. Uh, if you are a little more intense, as I am, than the average person, people get annoyed quickly and they want to back off. If you are too shy, if you're too introverted, you're going to pay a price. So I guess I want to make this very short and simply say if you are, I want to have a word for both people who don't fit in, who just find themselves somehow not being that liked, or those of you who are maybe who proclaim to be so celebratory of diversity, but in fact, you really only like people who fit into a very narrow frame of being. And I'm not talking about race or gender. I'm talking, as you see, about personal style. So if you are one of those people, first of all, I guess the first thing is, cliched as it is, you may need to accept that we're not going to change humankind. So, accept the fact that, just like you have certain attributes, one of your non-attributes is that you don't fit in very well. Certainly, if you can make little changes, fine, but I find that I can't, most people can't make really fundamental changes. There's something almost ineffable about some people. My wife is very likable. People seem to gravitate to her right away, and some of it is her looks and her more moderate personality than I have. But there's something ineffable. It's beyond that. But so I'm saying, if you're one of those people and you're now 20 or 30 or 40 or 60 or 70 years old and you're still not very well liked, ultimately you're probably wiser to, if little tweaking isn't going to do, you ain't going to make fundamental changes. So it is to accept the fact that you're going to be able to find your pleasures in solo activities, whether it's in creative outlets, whether it be writing or painting or music or whatever, whether it be going to restaurants alone or going to concerts alone, or in work, working more alone than today's standard is collaboration, teamwork, open workspaces, finding ways to do more work alone. That self-acceptance can be very liberating. And I will speak here I am one of those people. I am intense, and people find me very interesting in short bursts, but not in long bursts. And so I end up, finding myself annoying. My wife, when we go out with other couples, my wife will hit me on the thigh under the table to get me to shut up. So even though I want to fit in, it's just hasn't worked for me and for lots of other people. So maybe some self-acceptance, which is very often the main thing people derive from therapy, may be worth it. And if you are one of those people who proclaims to be open-minded and celebrating of diversity and tolerant and all the rest of it, really ask yourself if you're just another one of those super judgmental people like almost all people are. And do you want to be a little more accepting of people whose behavior doesn't quite conform to the oh-so-narrow level of acceptability that is required, not just in corporate America, where there really is this automaton, you have to be pleasantly perky all the time and never complain and just be nice and look the part, but also in your personal life. Do you want to be more accepting of people who are good people? They may not even be nice people. They may not be saying all these upbeat, pleasant things. But people who are well-intentioned, good people, even if they're non-conventional, may be worthy of more of your positive attentions. Anyway, those are my thoughts. If you like this, of course, I'd welcome your thumbs upping it here on YouTube, sharing with social media. There's a share button. And I simply thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.